So lovelies, I came by this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys because they say education is power. I have learned so many things and I just want to share with you guys so that we all can learn since they've already stripped up history from school. So we are here to learn, guys. I'm just going to roll the clip. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment. We're just here for educational, as I said earlier on. Alright lovelies, let's dive into the video.
Hey, good morning. You said, sometimes I wonder why they just didn't send us back to Africa when slavery ended since they hate us so much. Well, they did. That's how we ended up with the country of Liberia. Matter of fact, somebody grab Nikki Haley real quick, tell her come on here, let's have a conversation. Whew, I had to bring it inside that wind strong. You see, during the 18 teens, America had a problem. The Negro Problem. They didn't know what to do with freeborn and newly freed black people. You see, as a society, America was so racist that white people were like, there's no way on God's green earth that these black people can properly integrate into white society. See, we've passed laws that allows us to legally discriminate against them. There's political disenfranchisement. We've denied them civil, religious, and social rights. There's no way that they can have life, liberty, or pursue happiness in this country. So what are we going to do about it? Somebody was like, well, why don't we send them back to Africa? And they're like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. We're sending all of them. They were like, no, not all of them. Just the free ones, because the ones that are enslaved, that's property. They belong to somebody. We can't get rid of somebody's property. But the free ones, yeah, we can get rid of them. And so in 1816, the American Colonization Society was born because America was founded as a settler colonial state, and they believe in the power of settler colonialism. And so in 1822, they colonized and settled Liberia. America also colonized the Philippines, Guam, Puerto Rico, and Hawaii, but today we're just going to focus on Liberia. Now, the American Colonization Society was founded in 1816 by Quakers and human traffickers known as slave owners. Yeah, Quaker Oats is involved in this too. You see, during the early 1800s, Quakers were the ones who led the movement to send black people back to Africa and eventually create Liberia. Now, Paul Cuffey, he was a successful Quaker and maritime entrepreneur. He was half black and half Native American, and he was advocating for settler colonialism of free black people in Africa. He even gained the support of the British government, free black leaders in the United States, and members of the United States Congress. They even set up an early immigration plan. And from 1815 to 1816, he financed and captained a successful voyage to British-ruled Sierra Leone, where he helped a small group of African-American immigrants establish themselves. He thought that it would be a whole lot easier for black people to rise up and become a people in Africa rather than in the United States because of all the slavery and legislated limits on black freedom and, of course, all the state-sanctioned racism that existed in the United States that Nikki Haley said never existed. But he never got to see his dream come true because he died a year later in 1817 because, you know, racism and healthcare. But that didn't stop the American Colonization Society. Though Quakers and human traffickers disagreed on whether slavery should continue in the United States of America, they both agreed that sending free black people back to Africa would be the best and fastest way to get them niggas up out the country. And so in 1838, the United States government, Quakers, slaveholders, human traffickers, they drafted a constitution for the newly formed Commonwealth of Liberia. And because these black American colonists were taught and trained by white American human traffickers, we treated the black indigenous native population of Liberia the exact same way that white people treated Native Americans and black people in the United States. And that set up enmity between the black American settler colonialists and the African indigenous natives of Liberia. And in 1847, they adopted a Declaration of Independence and created the Republic of Liberia. And the United States of America didn't recognize them as a country until 1862 because, you know, racism that Nikki Haley said never existed in this country. And they named the capital of Liberia Monrovia, named after James Monroe because, you know, colonialism. Now, wherever you find natural resources in the world, you're going to find one of two things: the United States military or United States companies. And sure enough, United States companies soon began profiting from Liberia's rich natural resources, which include things like iron ore, timber, rubber, and diamonds. Matter of fact, the Firestone Rubber Company developed the world's largest rubber plantation in Liberia. Yes, That Firestone, because everything's racist. And if you think that's bad, wait till you find out what Swarovski? Wait till you find out what Swarovski crystals did with the Nazis. I can't talk today. And of course, the United States supported the Liberian army. They even intervened periodically to help put down indigenous uprisings. Because how dare they fight against our colonizing force in your country? We're here to colonize and steal all your resources. Why are you fighting against us? We're going to bring the army in and kill y'all. And by 1951, they had established a permanent mission in Liberia to help train its army. Because, you know, America! Yeah! Coming in to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America! Now, wherever Team America is, there's going to be a military base. And wherever there's a U.S. military base, there's going to be civil unrest. And in 1989, war broke out. And that civil unrest is still happening today in 2024. You can pause to read if you like. And that's the story of how America's systemic and institutional racism that Nikki Haley says doesn't exist expelled black people from America, sent them back to Africa, and created the country of Liberia. America! Yeah!
Like, seriously, lovely, it's so unfortunate that even till today, these people are still colonizing. They are still looking for African countries to still control, colonize, and, you know, just continue from where their ancestors actually stops, and there is nothing anyone is actually doing about it. Like, I posted a video, was it 2 days back, about some, you know, some private military owners were talking about how they want to go back to Africa. He was actually advising, you know, his colleagues to actually go back to Africa to colonize them, just the way, no, to recolonize them, just the way that they've done in the past. And everybody was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, is it that these people do not actually want to leave, you know, people of color alone? You guys have done this in the past. You guys are just still doing it. But later on, you will be the first person to like, oh my goodness, there's nothing like racism and all of that. There's nothing like discrimination. I don't know why your people wouldn't leave people's land alone and just go back to your own, develop, do whatever you want to do. A lot of them complains that, okay, people in Africa or the leaders in Africa are so corrupt and they are not doing the job well, that they want to come down here and or down over there to colonize, or to maybe continue from where they stop. And these people that you guys have been taking their resources, putting all your, just the way my favorite TikToker has just explained, they have to put some military in any way they have colonized just for them to monitor the progress, to know if all the resources they've been taking is still in the, is like, oh my goodness. You know, one thing about, you know, this thing and TikTok or whatsoever, I have really developed my, you know, IQ and the way I reason so many things, because, you know, like I said earlier on at the beginning of this video, that history has been stripped out and there is so many things that I did not even know that I am finding out right now, and I am finding out at the process of this, and it just making me go, wow. Like, do you know that these people practically they are in charge of everybody? They are in charge of Africa, Black, you know, Puerto Rico, everywhere. Like, how is this even possible? How was this allowed? What really happened? Like, what really happened that this was allowed, that they are just in control of everything? They are in control of the East, West, North, South. They are in control of everything. How is it even possible? What happened? All we know is that, okay, and some group of white people actually went to Africa, stole so many things in Africa, collected a lot of people, you know, bought so many people that they enslaved. And like, why? How was it possible? Is it that nobody actually stopped them? Like, this is too much. Like, they are practically in control of everywhere until today. Even when the slaves have been freed, they are still in control. How is it possible? that they are still in control even in 2024. Like in 2024, some people are still planning to go colonize people. In 2024, some people are still talking about how they want to go back to Africa to go continue from where they stopped. Like, how is it even possible? What is happening? How is it possible? Like, they are not done with what they have done in the past. They want to just continue. They want to. Do you know that they are the reason why so many things are not even working in Africa? Because they want to just be in control. They are in control of the government. They put their own people that they have brainwashed, but you know, like, this is, oh my goodness. When I saw these videos, I was like, I actually want to put it up here because there are so many things that we do not know. There are so many things that we were not taught in school. There are so many things that has been taken out from schools. And this is just an eye-opener. I keep on wondering, how was it even possible that these people were able to colonize the world? The world! They're in control and in charge of everywhere. And they're still in control up till today. Even if it's not that strenuous like before, it's still happening today. Like in 2024, some people are still planning on how to go back to Africa to start over where they stopped. Like, this is just too much. It's just too much, lovelies. I can't even imagine how I felt maybe listening to this. I was like, okay, they decided, because this guy actually asked the question in his comment section of, okay, if these people actually hate people of color and all of that, why not send them back to, Africa, where they brought them from when they were freed? And before even then, people that they were sent to Liberia are the free one. There are so many of them that are already brought and are owned by people. Like, as if it's, oh my God, seriously. And even in the Liberia, they were able to colonize and put all their officials over there to control and still, oh my God, even after the freedom. You people free these people, but you people do not free these people. You're still in control. You still want to, like, seriously, lovelies. Anyways, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one. And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that this channel, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here solely for educational and informative purposes, guys. Alright, please just share this video, leave your thought in the comment section, subscribe to my channel if you are yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one.